Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. In this video we're going to cover 7.3 and until I finish our module 7. So basically, as I mentioned, module 7 is not too much, and it is not also too hard, especially on the IO itself. So like you just belajar something that you already know. Okay, so you have over here overall overview, magnetic disk technology. Nowadays, I guess, yeah, it's rarely we can see this magnetic disk. But of course, last time we have like floppy disk, and then come out with the CD, which is a magnetic disk. Nowadays, last time if you look a lot of like any kind of devices, any kind of software, we need like a magnetic disk or optical disk or whatever of this to be like plug into your computer or a laptop or a devices, and then you can install it like a software, right? But nowadays we just use the existing software, which is we directly download from the pages and so on. We didn't need the external storage anymore. So let's take a look what is a magnetic disk, what is optical disk, what is a magnetic tap, and after that we're going to look the RAID, and lastly the future data storage. I think this one, okay, let's me go through the overview. This section, we're going to cover a range of external memory devices and system. It begins with the most important device. Is it most important device nowadays? The magnetic disk. So what is magnetic disk? Do you know? But basically we use it quite frequently, and increasing important common components of many computer systems is the solid state disk. The external optical memory is also as minutes then magnetic tap is described. Lastly or finally, as a minutes the use of this array to achieve greater performance, looking specifically at the family of system known as reductants are array of independent disks. So first of all is magnetic disk technologies. Magnetic disks as the most important device are the foundation of external memory. So it is not internal, okay, it is external memory on the virtually all computer system. Magnetic disks offer large amount of durable storage that can be accessed quickly. So how much can be saved into the magnetic disk? These drives are called random, sometimes direct access device, because each unit of storage, called as also known as the sector, has a unique address that can be accessed independently on the sector around it. So after this we're going to see magnetic disk organizations as here. Okay, I don't think that you can see it clearly like this, which is you divide it sector by sector. Okay, let me see. Okay, you can see over here. You cannot see, isn't it? You cannot see that it divided sector by sector, but it has. Before we go deeper, let's take a look into this. So you can see in this picture, this sector showing intersect sector gap and logical sector format. You have the track. So maybe you can have like track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4 until finish. And then each of the track you can see you also have the sector. So this is also another track. So how many track you can store and how many sector? And there is a sector gap and inter track gap. So if let's say you can see over here, this is also called as intersection gap. This is intersection gap, but between all these sector you have the inter track gap. Okay, this one is inter track gap. This one is intersector. And all of the sector also can be divided into several, which is header, data, and trailer. So synchronized informations, also known as a header, and error correcting code ECC is a trailer. So this is how basically it look like, although you cannot see in your normal eyes, but it is divided into like this. Sectors are divided of concentric circles called tracks. So this is already mentioned. These tracks are consecutively numbered, starting with track 0 at the outermost. So this is the important keyword, edge of the disk. So from out, daripada luar, is going to be increased until you are go deep to your disk. Okay. Rigid disk drive. Rigid disk drivers, rigid or called as also hard or fixed. These contain control circuitry. So one or more metal or glass disc called platters is or are stacked on a spindle. So this is how it looks like. You can see rigid disk actuator with read or write head and this platter, and then you have a spindles, you have the arm and rewrite head. This one that going to rewrite your this. Read or write head are mounted on a comb that swings readily to read the disk. Now you can see it is very like you cannot see, basically it's going to spread it into what you call sector and track, and into also into gap, isn't it? Intersection gap and inter-track gap. But you just see this plain, very silky type. So this is called as a platter. This one is your read or write head. This is the arm, and you can see you have several, which is called as the spindle. Okay, this is also spindle at inside of the gap, and this is called as the actuator. Okay, that is on your disk drive. Now you're going to see on the flexible or called as floppy disk. I don't know that your gen use this, but this is it my gen? But I have used this previously, maybe at secondary school, But later on it's move fast that we have pen drive. And pen drive, at that time the price is very expensive. One, I think the largest at the beginning is just 16 megabyte. I think so. I forgot already. But it is not even 1 gig. But the price is already 100 over at that time. At the beginning, the introductions introduction or the first come out of the pen drive. So about the floppy disk, a flexible disks are organized in much the same way as hard disk with readable track and sector. This one also are because dekat dalam ni it's look like this. It's the color is black. It's like a film, right? Film, transparent film, black color, and it is divided into track and sector. And the size is very small also. It cannot support gig. Maybe it's 16 megabyte or 32 megabytes only for one big floppy disk. Besar lah, agak besar. It's quite big rather than if you compare with your pen drive. So physical and logical limitation restrict floppies to much lower densities than the hard disk. A major logical limitations of these DOS or Windows floppy diskettes is the organizations of its file allocation table or FAT. So we're going to have like a format. If you try to format your pen drive manually, you also have like to pick what format for your pen drive. Same goes to the disk, same goes to your CD. They have their own format. So this is the file allocation table or FAT under this format. Optical disk. So previously it is the things which is this driver.
It's 2 hours.
This is the one that you learn. This is this driver. But now you look into the optical disk itself, which is the CD, the DVD. So optical storage system offer practically unlimited data. Is it unlimited data storage at a cost that is competitive with tab, a tab, if let's say you compare with your floppy and others. But you also can have two tab, like CD, which is compact, this read only memory, and you also have DVD, right? So the size is different. For CD you only like can support megabyte only, maybe 600 something megabyte. You cannot support until up to 1 gig. But DVD, yes. That's why if you have DVD, you can have multi movie inside. But for one disc, you can only support one, like part A and part B. So one movie you need to spread it into two discs, isn't it? So optical discs come in numbers of format. The most popular format being the ubiquitous CD-ROM or compact disc read-only memory. So this one is paling famous lah, not a famous. It's normally you're going to use that. And variations of optical disc, CD or CD recordable, CDR. This one is CD-ROM. ROM is read-only memory. R is recordable. You can record. CDRW is readable, which is you can read and you can write. And another one is WOM, which is write once, read many. You can only write one time, but you can read it many times. These are optical storage devices often used for long-term data achieving and high volume data output. What are the high? Okay, at that time maybe. For long-term achievable storage of data, some computer systems send output directly to optical storage rather than paper or microfiche. Called as a COLD, cold computer output laser disk. So you can see you have a laser disk, CD mini disk. I never see this, I guess. It's quite big, isn't it? But normally I see CD and mini disc. Maybe if you know and you have the laser disc, maybe you can like share with us how big the size is it, because I cannot imagine. Okay, CD-ROM, compact disk read only memory. The total capacity data is 650 megabytes. So that's why I mentioned not only 1 gig, it's about 600 something. 350 megabytes. CD-ROM are polycarbonate, which is plastic. This which a reflective aluminium film is applied. So there is a layer of reflective aluminium film that apply to your CD. Compact discs are written from the center of the output outside each using single spiraling track of bump in the polycarbonate substrate. So it start from center outside each. So daripada luar dulu tapi tengah-tengah dia, and you're going to use the single spiral track. CD-ROM were designed for storing music and other sequential audio signal. I guess it can only support like 10 or 12 song in one CD. And here is the one that I mentioned, which is DVD. You have quite big, 17 gigabyte, but it's not like if you compare with your pen drive. Of course, your pen drive will be win. For DVD, you have 17 gig, so that's why you can store many movie in one CD. Of course, if let's say you have the serial movie, is it movie, serial drama, so it's good for you to use the DVD. DVD, formerly called digital video disc, can be thought as squad density CDs. Nowadays, I think our laptop, our computer, there is no CD-ROM at all. Not CD-ROM. This for your CD. Tak ada tempat nak cucuk pun kan only. So you need to buy the external DVD-ROM. This for your CD or DVD. DVD rotate at about 3 times faster than CDs. Oh, it can. How come you can measure it? Okay. Unlike CD, DVDs can be single-sided or double-sided, called single layer or double layer. I never see the double layer, but normally I use a single layer. Maybe I'm going to find out the double layer just to learn, just to see how it's look like. So one can expect that DVDs will eventually replace CDs for long-term data storage and distribution, but not now, I guess so. High definition which is